What's up everybody, David here, and today we're going to be having a little bit of fun with automation. Now a few weeks back I did a video on a few tips on how to spice up a boring mix. A mix that's just kind of lifeless, doesn't have much movement in it or excitement, and one of those tips was automation. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to take you guys through my most recent track, Resurrect, and show you a couple things I did automation wise to bring that song to life and to make certain sections really jump out of the speakers and really pop. These are really quick and easy things to do, but I really feel like they got me that extra 10% I was looking for to really drive the point home. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's jump into the DAW and get started. So here we have the project file for Resurrect, and like I said, we're just gonna be taking a look at a few different things I did with automation to spice up the song. So real quick, I'm going to zoom in on these vocal buses right here. These are all my screams and clean buses, and you're going to see I did quite a bit of automation throughout the song, bringing certain parts up, pulling certain parts back. That's all pretty standard. I did a lot more in this song than I did in the previous song in Celestial Wonder, but this is all pretty standard. For the automation things I'm talking about today, we're going to be looking at two sections in specific. The first section we're going to be talking about is the section right before the breakdown, basically the last bar before the breakdown comes in. So this right here. So there's a lot of things happening in this little section to hype up this breakdown. A lot of the things I did on purpose to really bring it to life. So for one, you have the drums completely stopping. There's no fill, they just stop and they come back in. So I'm taking those drums away so that when they come in, it seems like more of an impact. You have these chopped up guitars that are kind of foreshadowing the rhythm of the breakdown, the very kind of eighth note type of feel it has. And then you also have a bunch of little effects that are just really meant to hype up that breakdown. Or I guess it's really more of a bridge, but you get the point. It's just all of this stuff is working together to really hype up that part. You're gonna see these guitars jump up by 2 decibels on this part. Once again, just really bringing that focus and that suspense before that bridge, that breakdown, that drop, whatever you wanna call it. So we're gonna open up the automation and I'm actually gonna shut this off. So we're gonna listen to it without the automation first. And now let's turn the automation on. So 2 decibels might not seem like a lot, and that's a really small part to turn up. It's maybe half a measure, I guess. But I really think it added a lot of hype and a lot of like little bit of suspense and foreshadowing to that bridge. And I really think it made that impact a lot more powerful. So that's very simple, but it's something I was really stoked on that I did when I was mixing this song. And I think it really helped bring that breakdown to life. So don't be afraid to automate little parts like that. Even if it's just half a measure, it can make a pretty big difference. Next, we're gonna be looking again at the breakdown, but we're gonna be looking at the final mix bus. So the setup on these buses are something very new for me. I actually learned it from Andrew Wade, and there are 3 buses here. So you have the mix bus, the master, and then the main output. So basically what's happening here is everything is first going into the mix bus, which is where I have my 2 bus processing. So in this case, I have bus glue mix, I have virtual mix rack with a little bit of saturation and revival, and then I have an EQ, just doing 1 EQ curve apparently. So that's my 2 bus processing, and then the mix bus is going into the master, which is where I have the Slate Digital FGX for loudness and a little bit more compression. So very simple mastering setup here. This is a really fun setup because it allows you to automate your mix before it goes into your limiter or your maximizer or whatever you're using for loudness. You can do some really cool stuff with this. So for example, we're gonna go back to the breakdown, same exact part we were working with before, but this is when the breakdown actually first comes in. So what you're gonna notice if I zoom in on the mix bus, once again, this is your 2 bus, and then it is going into the master for loudness. This is all before the limiter or the maximizer or whatever you're using. If I zoom in, you'll see that when the breakdown starts, the mix goes up 1 decibel. And then it slowly comes down over 4 bars back to the normal value, and then it comes up again 1 more decibel, and then it slowly goes back over 4 bars to reach the end of the breakdown. This is turning the entire mix up by 1 decibel just to make that breakdown hit even harder. And then it slowly comes down to normal, and once I want that breakdown to hit again, we turn it up by 1 decibel again. Having this slope makes sure that it comes back to normal and you don't really even notice it, but then it hits you once again on the next section of the breakdown. So I'm going to turn this off and we're going to listen to this whole breakdown part without the automation. So right now it sounds pretty good, but you can obviously hear there are 2 major drops in this bridge, in this breakdown, that I really wanted to accentuate. So we're going to listen to that one more time, but with the automation on. Now pay attention here, you're going to hear a noticeable difference in the impact on that breakdown, and if you really listen, you can hear it coming back and settling down for that last half of that section, and then it's going to come back up once again on that second drop. Let's A-B that one more time. Once again, we're only boosting by 1 dB here, but it's bringing a nice amount of energy to that drop, and it's really creating that impact. That volume automation is also something I learned from Andrew Wade. He did that on the most recent Nail the Mix, and that honestly blew my mind, so I decided to try it in this song, and I was really happy with the results. Overall, I spent a good amount of time making sure that this breakdown hit and that it was really impactful, and it was a big moment in the song. That's why you have all the effects, that's why you have the glitching, but the automation is definitely what it needed to take it that extra step, that last 10% to make sure it was in your face and it hit you hard. So I'm really stoked on how it came out, and I think you guys should definitely try some of these techniques in your own songs. Now, like I said, guys, those tips are really easy and really fast to do, and I just really feel like they gave me that extra push that I was looking for in that section. And of course, guys, that is my newest song, Resurrect. If you like it, the link is down in the description below. And of course, the multi-tracks are available to download for free to mix for yourself. So that's it, guys. I really just wanted to show you those couple tricks I used to really make that section pop, and hopefully that gives you some ideas to try in your songs. And of course, I feel like I should say thank you to Andrew Wade for that mix automation trick and the multiple buses. Of course, it's not night and day, it's not going to make a bad mix good, but it really just gave me that extra push that I was looking for. So thank you, Andrew Wade, killing it as always. So that's it for today, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and let me know what kind of mix tricks you use, what kind of little automation things you use to bring songs to life. Let's kind of make it a conversation and share some information with others, do a good deed for the day, have some fun, and just learn some new stuff. Of course, do not forget to like and subscribe. There are new videos every single week, and you don't want to miss any content. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is David, and I will see you next time.